I'm not going to throw you out cold and say, okay, now write an email, right? But I'm going to show you a really good one that I came across. And so this is not mine, but this was in public domain. I'm not violating any copyright laws. Nobody's going to get mad at me for this. Okay, so here is a really good sample email. Okay, so it starts off, hi Ted, very simple. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, this is an American, so we're always up, 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 and very, very happy. But you could say something like, I hope this finds you well, or I hope you're enjoying the summer weather, something like that, but very short and simple, and you don't have to put it in. It's totally up to you. My name is Nate, okay, identifying yourself, and I'm a co-founder at XS. Cute little play on words, excess, that means more, and it's similar to success. But I'm a co-founder at XS, so he's identified his name and his title and his company in one sentence. Next one, why are you writing? I'm reaching out, meaning I'm writing to you today. I'm reaching out because you backed Miso Media, which I love, and I wanted to get your advice about our new company since we have just opened our seed round. Okay, so this is interesting. So he's showing that he's aware of this VC company's activities. You backed Miso Media. Oh, that's cool. I really like that. So you want to make some kind of connection, even if it's just like I read about you, or I was thrilled that you did this, or this is really cool, or my sister knew your brother from high school, whatever. And I wanted to get your advice about our new company since we have just opened our seed round. This is a very indirect kind of way of saying it, right? Really, the purpose of this email is to initiate a conversation with this person. He says, to thank you for your time, all right, meaning I respect you, I acknowledge you, I want to make it worth your while to deal with me. If you're interested in surfing and you find yourself back in the San Francisco Bay Area, I'd love to give you a lesson. Or, more traditionally, buy you a cup of coffee, or take you to lunch, or whatever. Now, again, you don't have to do this. It may not be practical, given, time and space and distance, but one thing that I heard of was someone said, if you will let me talk to you for a half an hour, I will make a donation to a charity of your choice of $500. Okay. Now, again, you may not want to do that or can't do that, but the idea is that you're not trying to bribe somebody. You're just trying to offer them something that they may enjoy, like a surfing lesson or a simple cup of coffee, or a donation to a charity, not to them directly. It's not a bribe. It's to something else, but something nice, a nice gesture. Then he says, I know your time is really valuable. Again, you're complimenting them. You're respecting them. So in the spirit of the 30-second pitch, right, and if you end up signing up for a business English class, you'll learn more about what this elevator pitch or 30-second pitch is. But basically, it's a 30-second speech that, presents the company and, presents the idea and tries to, get things moving. So now here he goes. Right, so you see what he's done in this one paragraph. I mean, really, it's really quite magnificent. Then in the second little one, he just introduces, okay, I'm going to tell you about your company. And then he says, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's saying, XS is creating a mobile community for action sports enthusiasts. Our app is a place, okay, so it's an app, it's a mobile community. its target, sector is action sports. Think hang gliding, surfing, I don't know, BMX, motocross, ATVs, that kind of thing. Our app is a place where people can view and share high-quality user-generated blah, 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 blah. And then at the end he says, think Instagram/Pinterest meets Fab for sports. Okay, I don't understand all of that because I'm not sure what Fab is. I know Instagram and Pinterest. But, okay, so what he's saying is let me put this in a context that you understand for what's already out there. This is very important when pitching your idea for venture capital, is that it must be relatable in some way to the reader, right, in something that's understandable. Okay, and here he goes. He says, here's my pitch deck, and he just gives a link, and then he gives a 3-minute video pitch. I've watched this. This is extraordinary. It's just a great thing. Believe me, a picture says 1,000 words, and if you can come up with a pitch video that's well done and snappy and fun, as well as a pitch deck, wow, you've really introduced yourself as well. So you see this guy, and you'll get this at the end of the lesson. Okay, I hear somebody typing. I just wanted to read. Yes, can you help us have the documents of your presentation? Absolutely, absolutely. We will get those. We will get those to you and the recording of the presentation. I'm not sure when, but within a short time. I mean, certainly, within a couple of days. My tech people aren't here right now because it's so early in the morning, 3 in the morning or so. But yeah, you will definitely get these. Okay, so there's that. Now, we're right at the halfway point, and this is where I would like all of you to take about, I would say about 10 minutes. So I'm going to put this on a whiteboard. All right, so everybody, please take 5 to 10 minutes to write a short email like the sample I just showed you to fit your pretend or real company and product service idea. When you're ready, put say so in the chat box, and if you want, you can share your screen and we can have a look. Okay, so I'm putting this, I put this down in writing just so the people who can't hear me know what to do and know what we're doing. But I will go back to the sample so you can use it as a reference. So hold on for a second. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of chill out. We got about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to put the chat box on so I can see what's going on. Okay. While you're finishing up, I'll just, for those of you who have already finished and have a minute to listen, when I started this class this evening, I said that I've been teaching for 27 years, and during that time, I've seen a lot change. When I began, people could read and write very well, but they couldn't speak well at all because they had very little opportunity to practice, and they heard very little English. I mean, maybe they would see some movies, but mainly in the countries where I worked, and I've worked in 6 of them, most of the foreign Hollywood movies and so on were dubbed into their own language. So there was a lot of difficulty with speaking, but people could write very well. then it kind of changed, and people got very good at speaking because the schools changed, and they said, no, we want students to be able to communicate with foreign visitors and travel abroad and converse. And everybody got very good at speaking, and the whole writing skills were, kind of downplayed. They were like, well, as long as they can read, that's fine. But really, how much are they going to have to write? Not many people will let you know what this is about. So then it came, then and that was all pre-internet. Then it became the internet and Facebook and text messages and e-commerce and online shopping, and all of a sudden, now the demand for written English has gone way up. How do I write? How do I respond? How do I troubleshoot? How do I apologize? How do I solve problems? Everybody needs this very functional English for business context because everything is turning into emails. And so writing has come back in fashion, and people are like, look, I hear all the Hollywood I need, but I don't have problems understanding English, but I really don't need to speak that much anymore because nobody calls. It's cheaper and faster and more accurate to email. So here we go again. So now we're in this. So in some ways, the kind of skills demand has changed. But of course, with technology, the vocabulary changes. Seriously, pitch deck? What the heck? I asked my husband today. I said, do you know what a pitch deck is? He said, no, I've never heard that. I'm like, well, did you know it's actually it's blah, blah, blah. And I told him, and he's like, oh, that's interesting. Now, he's been in business for 40 years, right? So the language is always changing, especially around startups. It's very trendy, it's very sexy, it's very, cool, and it's hard to keep up. You really have to make an effort. But at the same time, the same principles are still there. Respect for the recipient, clarity, organization, give the person instructions. It's really clear. So this is just a very clear structure, and I think it will serve you well. And also, you can apply it to this is great. Sorry, I'm just I don't know if you can see this. There's a oh golly. Sorry, I'm looking at this chat box, and one of the students, he's not here anymore, he had to actually depart from the class. The person wanted to share a particular link. It will be in the chat menu. I will see if we can get it to you. I hope so. I'm not sure how dissemination of chat stuff goes when we're dealing with groups. Usually I work with single students. Okay, so we have one student who says, hi, I would like to let you know how about my interesting project. He said, how interesting is my project? My project is blah, blah, blah. These are some topics that will make the difference. Blah, 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 blah. If you trust in me, you will be able to increase the capital in blah, blah, blah. And these are some beautiful pie charts, etc. You can enjoy the presentation of my project here, blah, blah, blah.com. Thanks in advance for your time. Best regards. Okay, very good. So for the student who gave that to me, he sent it to me privately, so I won't reveal his name. It looks pretty good. There is a little bit of trouble with word order, and I'm looking at your last name, and I'm taking a wild guess that where you're from matches your name, and that's some common interference that happens with your language, what I think is your language, and English. So do watch out for word order. When you think about word order, you also have to think about grammar. If you're using the present simple, if you're using the present continuous, generally, when you're doing pitch letters like this, pitch emails really, you're most likely going to be dealing with the present simple. My name is Bob. I work for blah. My job is blah. My project is duh. I mean, you're really is present simple, and then a little bit about the future. I'm sure you will find that our prospects are fantastic. I will call you next week to set up an appointment. I will blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of present simple, and then usually a little bit at the future. That's usually what a pitch email like that is for. Okay. Does anyone else want to show the class what they wrote? I can make you the presenter, and you can share your screen, and we can have a look at it.